Hi guys, it's Casey from Crystalline Designs. I am here with a tutorial using some of my Beebeecraft items. So one of the items I got was some of this beautiful chain, and you're going to see that here in this project. I did one side of this project already just to speed up on time. I also got some leather, and you're going to see that at the back of the necklace, which you can't currently really see, but you'll see at the end. So I cut another piece of chain there. What else? Oh, these lovely beads I got from my Beebeecraft haul as well. These are resin beads, and they have the coolest finish on them, or in them. There's so many different colors. I originally got them because I thought they looked like a beautiful teal color, but when I got them, there were so many different colors in there. So I absolutely love those. So those beads are in there. Then I just pulled a couple from my stash. I had some of these beautiful wavy beads from the Bargain Bead Box. And these are also from the Bargain Bead Box, and these are just some hibiscus flowers. And I just thought they were cute. This little charm here is also from the Bargain Bead Box. And so I'm going to make a Y necklace using these items. So get your materials ready if you want to make this. Oh, I missed one. Sorry, you guys. Let me show you this. There are a couple of these in there, and these are those closed jump rings that I also got in my Beebeecraft haul. So there's a couple of those as well. If you're going to use leather, you'll need some cord ends and a clasp of some sort. As far as tools, I have a flat nose, cutters, round nose. I also have my bail making pliers here, bent chain nose, and a larger flat nose. These flat nose are essentially to help with the cord ends to put on. But I have all of those. You can get by with some of these, all of them, or less. So gather your materials and we'll get making. So like I said, I've already made this side of the necklace. That was just basically to speed up on time. I cut 1.5 inch sections of wire off of my German style wire spool. So I have this from Nylon, and I used 20 gauge wire. And I just did 1.5 inch long pieces. That should be sufficient for these links. And I have 4 more to do with you guys. And then I used one of those closed rings right here and down here where I'm featuring my little charm. Then I'm also going to put a little bit of chain dangling on the sides here. So we are going to get right into this and make our other pieces here. So I'm just going to give my piece of wire a little bend. And the reason I had my bail making pliers out was because I wanted consistent loops. So that was my only purpose. If you want to use a one-step looper, you can do that. Or you can also just use your regular round nose pliers. So either are sufficient. I also hooked all these together with some jump rings, so you might need some jump rings. Mine are stainless steel, just because I enjoy using metals that aren't going to tarnish. And then on each bead I put some kind of embellishment. So I had a couple of these Ceylon seed beads out here in 8/0, and some bead caps as well, and then some metal spacer beads, and these are stainless steel as well. So for this first one, I put metal ones around the clear beads just to put a small pop of color with it. So a spacer bead on either side, just like that, and then just making a bend, and I'm doing simple loops on everything, making a bend at a 90-degree angle, coming in with my pliers again, and rolling a loop. Okay. Didn't get that quite closed. So I'll bring my actual pliers in here for a second, and then just make sure that your loops are the same direction. And I just placed it back down and worked on the next one. So I'm gonna do that again. Do I have it? Oh, that's the wrong side anyways. I'm going to get me some new bail making pliers, I believe, because mine, I don't know if you notice, I'll show you in just a second. Mine don't like to close anymore. You see that big gap at the front? If I squeeze it all the way down, that gap is still kind of there. So they do not like to close any longer. Oh, I messed my handle up. There we go. Well, that might have been why. So maybe I don't need to have to get new ones. Anyways, maybe I just had my handles messed up. We shall see if they stay good like that anymore. If not, then I planned on getting some from Beebeecraft anyways, because I wanted to show you the deal that they have on their bail making pliers. Okay, then I'm just gonna thread on a bead. So I already did the first bead in this section, which had bead caps. So the next bead of this is gonna have Ceylon seed beads. So grabbing one of those, grabbing the bead and another seed bead. This is our pattern. And then I'm just going to turn it back and roll a loop. And I think I've got too much here, so I'm just going to cut it down. There we go, a loop. And just making sure that my loops are closed, because we shouldn't be opening and closing them. We will be using jump rings. Then 2 more pieces, and so I'm gonna tilt that, roll another loop, and I did a tiny bit much right there, so my thing's a little off. So I'm just gonna trim it about there and roll some more down. There we go. Then I'm gonna put my big flash bead on, but before I do, I'm gonna put 2 little metal spacer beads and then the flash bead. So we're left with this, and that looks like about the perfect amount to have for our loop. It might be a little bit much, but if it is, I'll trim it just a tiny bit. So we'll just trim off a tiny bit of it and continue with the wrapping. Okay, and then this one is crooked, so I'm going to come in here with my other pliers and straighten just like that. Place that with the others. Sorry guys. I think I had a little bit too much there too, so we'll just trim it down. Sometimes I overestimate how much I'm gonna need to wrap a loop. I cut a bit much that time. So I got rid of my bend a bit. Okay. There's that. And this one, sorry, that has a pokey bit. Come on now. I want it up against there so there's no pokey bits. Okay, so this one has bead caps this time. So I have a couple of little pretty bead caps. So first one we're gonna get going with the dome facing up like normal, cupping the bead, I think. And these are some of the filigree kinds, so just make sure you get in that center hole there. Okay, put on my bead and my other bead cap facing down now, and I'm not in the center, I can already see. Hey, come back. It was trying to run away. Oh, come now. They don't like me because I have long nails. There we go. Okay, so that's on now. We're gonna bend it over backwards, and that's way too much, so we're gonna trim it down and roll a loop. Oops. Come on now. And once again, I messed up the directions of my loops, so I'm gonna twist them so they're correct. Okay, last bead. So now we just gotta put everything together, and we're gonna do it using jump rings. Let me grab this stuff off here. Okay, so I have a bunch of jump rings here. These are stainless steel jump rings, just because, like I said, I like to have things I don't have to mess with. Okay, and so this is one of the ones where I'm going to have my chain. So I'm going to go ahead and put my chain on. Actually, I think I want my chain on the other side. I'm going to put my chain on before I put my other bead. Okay. So I'm going to slide my piece of chain on and then slide on my bead and close this up. Sorry, you guys. And then I just like to give it a squeeze here at the meeting point so they can have a little bit of squished security. Okay, then we're going to hook this one on, and we're not putting our chain on this one, we're going to put it on the next one. So all I need to do on this one is just put those two on and close my jump ring. This jump ring was already open, so I didn't even have to worry about that. And like say I just do, you can go back and forth if you want, but stainless steel is a bit harder, so a lot of times I just do a little bit of squeezing right there at the connection, and it pulls it down to where you need it to be. Okay, and then next jump ring, I dropped it. Then I'm just going to put this last link of this chain on. If I can thread it, I can't hardly see it, so I can't hardly thread it. There we go. And then my final, or my other connection. Okay, and so with our chain on there, it's going to look like that, except we have one more to put on. One more connection piece here. That bead and this bead. See, and I just give it a squeeze right there at that connection point, brings it together a bit. And there is our necklace. Now we just have to put on our back of our necklace. So let me clean up this real quick before I end up with seed beads everywhere. Okay, and so I've got this little fold over clasp to put on my leather. I did most of them, all but one. So I'm just going to show you the one. So what I did was I put my leather in all the way up to the top of that clasp, see, like that. And then I came in here with, these are my flat nose pliers of my Zurons. I came in here with these and started with the bending process. And you have to go side to side, side to side, side to side, over and over. Because it'll go around, or it'll bend in a round shape eventually. I don't have any of the rounded ones. If you have rounded ones, that's fine. And that's probably better, but I didn't have any. So now I'm going to come in here with these bigger ones, and it'll press the whole piece down. So I'm going to press down as far as I can with that. And then you have to really get it together. And you just keep bending and squishing, bending and squishing until you have it together. There's a tooth at the back that holds, and that is definitely what these are really good for, these bigger flat nose pliers. So you just keep bending and squishing until you've got it around your leather and you're happy with it. Okay, then I just come in here and I cut off this little bit of extra here, and I just cut up against the metal like that, and your little piece will come right off. Okay, and you've got an end, and it should not come off. It has a little tooth that's poking in here at the back. If you guys can see that. That little tooth. It's right there. It's poking into that leather and it shouldn't come off. You can put some glue there if you want. I'm not going to, but you can if you feel like it's not secure enough. So, now that is not laying how I want it to. Oh, there we go. You just need it flipped. Okay. So now it's just a matter of connecting this to the leather. So I've got 2 more jump rings here. I think I'm short 1 jump ring actually for the back. So I'll have to get one of those out in just a minute. But I've got another jump ring right here. And this is to connect one side to my leather. And for this, I want to make sure that I get my leather piece to where this side shows towards the outside, if you know what I mean. And then put it together and squeeze that connection point. Just gives it a little more stability. Okay, pull this over here and get it going on the other one. Okay, and then we're just gonna close up our jump ring here, and I'm gonna squeeze the connection point right there just to give it a little more security. And there is the back, and now we just gotta put a clasp on. And I just decided to do a lobster clasp. I think this will fit around my head. So I didn't think I needed to do much more than that. So I'm going to put the lobster on one side, and let me find another jump ring real quick. Here they are. Okay. So there's that. I have a big jump ring for the other side, but I needed a smaller one just to hook on my lobster. So I'm gonna hook on my lobster here. Okay, there's the lobster, and then I've got a big jump ring for the other side for it to clasp onto. I might make some kind of dangle later for this. I just didn't have one ready to go right now. And I might actually do a couple of jump rings here. And I think I am. I think I'm gonna grab a couple more jump rings out of my box now to remember what size I got the first time. That one. Okay. So I'm gonna put 3 on here. I'm gonna hook this one together better because I only need to open one. Okay, and hook this one on it and this one on it. And then I'm going to squeeze my connection point there Okay. Now I have 3 different jump rings that I can hook onto. I did not get that hooked before it unhooked. Okay, and now it's hooked. And let me put this together. Let me get my tools out of the way real quick. And this is the necklace. And give me just a second, guys, and I'll get this put on a bus for you guys. Okay, I'm back. And so zoomed out, this is what this is going to look like on a form or a person. So it's going to have this dangly bit, and oh, sorry, I got this twisted. This dangly bit. Why is that twisted? Hold on. Because I had it twisted. Okay. So that is how it would look on a person. And by the way, my leather pieces, I'm gonna zoom you back in just a little bit. So my leather pieces back here, they were 11 inches. And then this piece, let me see. Of beads measures about 4.5 inches on either side. So 11, 11, and 9. So about 31 inches is how long this is going to be. But I really like it. I think it turned out very pretty, and I'm going to make probably a bracelet to go with it. I've got this all twisted now. Probably a bracelet to go with it, and maybe some earrings. So here is that. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I have a coupon code for you guys to save some money off of your order at Beebeecraft. It is Crystalline 10. I will put that on the screen above, as well as in the description box below. They also have a program that if you have 100 YouTube subscribers, you can review products from them on your channel. You just have to apply. That link will also be in the description box below. But they are a crafting website. They have tons and tons of supplies. Obviously, they have pretty much most of this, and I really love their website. And they should be having some amazing sales for Mother's Day going on right now. So go ahead and check them out. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. And if you're already a member of my community, thank you so much for being a member and for going on this journey with me. It means so much, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.